Oi, what's the best game where you get to eat pie? What's the best game where you play a dead guy? Aye, you'll find out in VG247's podcast. Here, what's the best game where you swing from a rope? And what's the best game where you batter the Pope? Assassin's Creed 2. Like I said, you will find out in this your podcast. Hello and welcome to the 100th episode of the Best Games Ever podcast. I can't personally believe it. I thought this would last 4 months. Because it's a special episode, we've decided to do something special, which is blow 100 episodes worth of topics in approximately an hour by having a gigantic quickfire round. So it's not like usual where we have to sit and listen for 20 minutes as Donaldson explains the intricacies of Final Fantasy 3 or whatever. No, I'm going to say a topic and then people are going to buzz in. And if I think the first person who buzzed in, if I think their answer is shit, I'm going to put it out to the floor. And if I think it's good, then they're just going to get the point. We'll move on because we don't have time for anything. Do we have to buzz
in a second time, Jim? If the first answer's bad, do we just shout or do we have to buzz again?
Just shout. Listen, I don't know how this is going to work. Don't pressure me before it starts, right? We'll just feel our way out.
I've had a good idea, by the way.
Oh, God.
After this, you can cut this into 100 TikToks, can't you?
Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Upload it as a compilation of those 100 TikToks, and it's just the raw file.
Okay.
Well, people will click it, and they'll click
As you've heard, joining us today, Kelsey Rayner and Tom Orry and Alex Donaldson, who are actually from VG247. And we've picked a selection of basically the most popular guests we've had on.
Did we?
And Richie. So Owen O'Donnell from The Infinite Review, who has a clean 100% win rate across 3 performances so far. If you win this one, that'll be like the first guy who gets in the Royal Rumble and then comes back out the other end.
I'm going to come back in an ambulance.
Yeah. And also joining us is Steve Burns from My Life and Other Things. What are you doing these days, Burns? Just sitting in your house looking surly?
Sitting in my house, planning on buying a castle in Scotland and escaping,
usual shit.
Yeah.
So Burns also has a 100% win rate on account of the fact that he appeared once and won once, but everyone was still annoyed about it when they saw the leaderboard. So, Donaldson, you're currently way in the lead in terms of scores, right? But after this episode, that could all change.
Do we get a win per answer?
Yeah.
All right.
For God's sake, this is
everyone who's not on the 100th episode is fucked. So there we go. Richie might come out on top. You never know.
Who's Richie? I don't remember you introducing someone called Richie.
I did.
You didn't.
I literally said.
I don't think you did. I think you said that you had Owen and Burns.
Yeah, I said we've got the most popular guests back on, and Richie. That was your introduction.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Man who needs no introduction, apparently. We also have Connor Macker, who is not a contestant. He's just keeping score. He's not allowed to speak until he's spoken to. So let's move on.
It's good
really
for the actual
quickly.
audio version. It's just he might not be here for those people.
Yeah, people are just going to hear his voice come in like.
Can the video version of this only be Connor's screen for the entire duration?
Okay, all right, let's just kick off. What is the best game with a talking bird? Donaldson, Brum!
I want to buzz in just to hear mine.
Yeah, best game with a talking bird, Donaldson, what is it?
Wind Waker.
I'm afraid it's not, it's The Longest Journey. What's the best game with a TV you can watch? Donaldson, Brum!
That was me.
Who was that you?
That was definitely me. I was literally.
Croydon.
Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2.
It's not, it's The Darkness. See, these are ones I've actually picked answers for, so you're all doing really badly at the moment. What is the best game with a crap bit where you have to go and attend a party?
All of them.
Donaldson, Brum!
Burns is right, but Uncharted 3?
I'm afraid it is Dragon Age Inquisition. Everyone's doing really shit at this. I'm so sorry. What's the best game where you fight bugs? Ori, Croydon.
Earth Defense Force, any of them.
It's not. It's Skyrim by downloading the unofficial patch. Best game with
that's bollocks. It is Earth Defense. It just is. Like, it's
not.
That's correct.
It's not.
Right.
It's not.
Sorry, did you say unofficial patch?
Yeah. It's me that makes the fucking rules. It's not you sitting in your fucking ivory tower in Edinburgh.
Is that ivory? Is that what that is? I just thought it was a load of white Kallaxes.
What's the best game where the game world would smell just awful? Owen, Belfast. I hit the wrong.
I've forgotten the question. That Star Trek Voyager game. If there's because there'll be a fluid space level, and that must stink.
No, that game doesn't have a fluid space level, and also the answer is Arts Fatalis. I'm really sorry. It's underground. There's loads of toilets. There's mud everywhere.
Jim, what's funny about Belfast?
Just that you don't live there. Okay, best game by a notoriously shit developer. Oh, everyone's thinking about this one. Ori, Croydon.
Bioshock Infinite.
No, it's Far Cry.
No, it's Far Cry.
What's the best game that lets you ride animals? Owen, Belfast.
The Last Guardian.
No, it's Far Cry 4. What's the best game with badgers? Oh, this is tense, isn't it?
This is hard.
It's a game with badgers.
What's the best game with badgers?
Any game with badgers.
There's like one.
Oh, great.
It's going to be a long bit of the podcast.
Oh.
Just leave it in.
Is there an unofficial patch for Skyrim?
Fuck off.
There must be. For every one of these.
Owen, Belfast.
It's Skyrim with the Farthingwood Friends
No,
mod.
no. I'm gonna put that one out to the floor. Infamously, it's honey badgers. You fight honey badgers and they swarm you, and it's really.
Gym game.
Owen, Belfast.
Just wanted to play it again.
What honey badgers
Right,
in? I
the
remember
answer's
this.
Far Cry 4. I'm gonna
Oh,
move
not
on.
again.
Best game which sucks if you're Welsh. Owen, Belfast.
Is it Far Cry 4?
No, it's Far Cry 6.
I knew I could smell a bit, but
Because the download size is like over 100 gigs and they've all got shit internet. What's the best game that you would pretend to like to impress a date? Kelsey, The North.
Tekken.
No, I'm going to open that up. It's not Tekken. Owen, Belfast.
Tekken 2.
It's not Tekken 2. I'm going to keep it open.
What sort of date is it?
Burns, Wanker.
It's that sort of date.
What sort of date is it? I mean, I
Yeah.
imagine it would be a game with it would be a date with somebody who's very game savvy, I would imagine.
Oh, okay.
Ori, Croydon.
Metal Gear Solid 4.
It's not Metal Gear Solid 4. I'm going to keep it open for a little bit. Belfast.
Sonic 2. Because Sonic's so fucking cool.
It's not. Nobody got it. I'm afraid it's Far Cry 2. It's like you smell
How many
a bit.
answers are Far Cry?
All right, Connor. After that round, what did everyone get?
Nothing. I think we're all losing.
Fucking nothing. Well, if you all get nothing, I think Connor deserves a point for sitting through that. So I think, Connor, give yourself a point, and that'll go on your official record.
Does Connor have a buzzer or not?
No, he doesn't have a buzzer.
Oh.
He's just Connor. And again, we'll only speak when spoken to, as it should be. All right, round two. What's the best game which Tom? Right, just going forward. I don't have answers for the rest of these.
Oh, good.
I thought,
good.
Well,
I
there's
thought
a
that was a
couple.
bit too much work for you. To be
There's a
honest.
couple. There's a couple like spattered around it, and I will tell you if there's a correct answer. But for the most part, for now, we're just doing it live. Okay, so what is the best game which Tom Ori would hate? Owen, no,
Belfast.
that's not Owen. Sorry, Kelsey, The North.
Little Kitty, Big City.
Actually, no. I've played that the other day. I quite like it.
You don't quite like
You're
that.
just
That is a
saying
lie.
that.
I do
That's a
like
lie.
it. You jump along, you knock the pots off. It's good.
And you hate cats as
You
well.
kick a ball.
I swear you didn't like Stray.
The Stray is shit, but you should have picked that one.
You
kick the ball into the water. You can't go in. You jump backwards.
You often make
and
a
then someone
point of
kicks the ball.
hating cats. You're always off on one in the Slack about how horrible the pet cats are.
Yeah,
how
but it's
much
not a
they
real
smell.
cat, is it? It's my choice.
You know
I'm
what?
next.
Kelsey gets the point for that. Connor, note it down. Yeah. Okay. Next.
Yeah, if a cat's in a video game, it doesn't shite in your house.
What's wrong with the cat shaking? My cat's got a wee toilet in my toilet.
Okay, good.
So,
good.
which is fine, which is ventilated. Best game with the worst marketing. Ori, Croydon.
Hellblade 2. Topical. It's topical.
It's topical, but I'm gonna. Donaldson, Brum.
Deus Ex Mankind Divided, where they said mechanical apartheid.
That does win, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, give Donaldson a point for that.
The fact that just mentioning it got a wave of.
Yeah, I think you've nailed that. All right, best game that probably costs a fortune to buy on eBay. Donaldson, Brum.
Knuckles Chaotix.
Knuckles Chaotix. Is that good?
No.
Owen, Belfast.
Well, I did see someone selling a copy of Chrono Trigger yesterday for £775 in a shop, and I just pictured someone walking into the shop and putting the money down. I'll have that, thanks.
Years ago I did buy a copy of Chrono Trigger on eBay, and it wasn't that much, but it was not cheap.
Well,
give
get
Owen
it
the
sold
point.
now.
Yeah, give
Yeah.
Owen the point, I reckon. Connor, where am I? Best game with a crap opening sequence. Kelsey, The North.
I'm gonna get hate mail for this one, but Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh yeah, you know what? That is, it's bleak, isn't it? And it's all snow, and it's like,
All you do is just ride your horse.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so long. But if you persevere, it's great.
To the wee wry smile Richie cracked there at the phrase "ride the horse." No, like that, Richie. Come on. It's a family show. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2. You do spend the first 4 hours of it just traipsing around in the snow, and it's bleak, it's depressing, it's horrific. Kelsey gets the point for that, Connor. Best game where you can eat candy.
Richie,
Richie, Morgan.
Don't you fucking dare.
Richie,
Please don't
Morgan.
say it. Don't say it.
Richie, Morgan.
ZOOL.
Get him the fucking point. Get him the
It's
fucking point,
okay.
Connor.
It's okay because I thought he was going to say RoboCod.
Give him the point, Connor. Best game with an airport. Richie, Morgan.
Mario Kart.
Mario
8.
Kart? Mario Kart 8.
Is it 8?
The answer is Tony Hawk
Yeah.
3 or whatever it is.
Give the
that's
point.
the right answer.
Give the point to Burns, Connor. That's
You
what I was
didn't even
looking
buzz?
for. Yeah, but it's not in the rules that he has to buzz.
Exactly. Jim is pretty much, as you said, making all this.
Wanker. Best
know
game
what?
with a bizarre celebrity cameo, apart from this one. What's your number, Donaldson? Brum.
Postal 2. It's got that
Gary
Coleman.
Gary Coleman, yeah. It's a shit game, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kelsey, The North.
Phil Collins in GTA Vice City Stories.
That's pretty good. Ori, Croydon.
Oblivion. With, what's his face? Patrick Stewart, isn't he?
He's not actually in it though. He's just a voice actor. It's not
So?
him.
Just a voice actor. See, that's the problem.
I think you've got to, for it to be a cameo, I think you've got to have the likeness as well. Otherwise, it's just a voice actor.
Yeah, because Phil Collins in Vice City is actually Phil Collins. So,
Yeah.
What about fucking Ricky Gervais and
GTA's got a lot of them, to be fair, yeah.
No. Ricky Gervais, not.
that's shite.
Connor, who do you want to give the point to? I reckon Kelsey's got it.
I think Kelsey might have it, yeah.
Yeah, all right, yeah, Kelsey's got the point. All right, thanks for that, Connor. Best game, the next question, funnily enough, best game that Connor Macker would love. Donaldson, Brum.
Here we go. Is he going to do it?
Please do it.
Galgun?
It's not Galgun, come on. I've even played that. Owen, Belfast. No, that's not you, sorry.
Every time that
Croydon.
happens and I haven't clicked it, it feels terrifying. Like, what? No, I haven't had any thoughts.
My guess was also Galgun.
All right, I'm going to leave that open then, because that's a terrible answer.
Owen, Belfast.
Galgun 2.
No, come on now.
Owen, Belfast. Croydon. Ori, Croydon.
King of Fighters 11.
Is that a game?
I don't know, I've made it up.
Donaldson, Brum.
Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
Connor, what do you think? Nobody getting a point for any of this?
Okay, for King of Fighters.
Oh well, nobody got a point for
Dead or
that.
Alive? He said that before in this podcast.
None of you know Connor well enough.
He gave me a point. He nodded. He gave me a point.
Owen, Belfast.
Far Cry 3.
I do like Far Cry 3.
All right, Owen gets the point then. Fair enough. Best game where you don't do too much. Oh, sorry, the best game where you don't do much.
Owen, Belfast.
Sorry, it's not Owen.
Ori, Croydon.
Well, I'll say Animal Crossing. If
No, it's not your go.
Ori, Croydon.
It's the start of Red Dead Redemption 2.
No.
What? Kelsey, the North.
Euro Truck Sim 2.
Oh yeah, that's got
That's
to be
true.
it.
You
Isn't
do
it?
more in that than ride a horse.
No, you don't. You just
No, you
kind
don't.
of.
Well, you do more in Red Dead
complicated.
Redemption 2 than ride a horse, ultimately.
You can't have it both ways. This
You
is
hold the
unbelievable.
accelerator down. You change gear once every blue moon.
Owen, Belfast.
Steam Shovel Harry.
What's that?
Anyone who knows it is saying that's correct. Look, Connor's
Richie,
nodding.
Morgan.
Heavy Rain.
That was going to be my best game from a shit studio.
All right, we've got a few there, Connor. What do you think?
Heavy Rain's fucking toilet. Absolutely toilet. Why do they all have French accents? I mean, I know why. But it's like, oh yeah, my American children just got French accents.
Yeah, it's Pete.
There you go. My dog agrees. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I love to think that that's Burns' buzzer.
Right, hold on, let me just sort her out. Come on, you. Come on, this way.
I really hope in the video version of this there's a sudden cut and Donaldson and Burns are both gone.
We've got to give that to Burns, right? Shortly. Come on.
What did Burns say again?
That point goes to
Nothing.
Burns'
He said
dog.
nothing. He said his dog just went on a minute.
I think Richie should get the point for Heavy Rain
Yeah.
because a bunch of people agreed with him. So
Okay.
Richie's not used to that.
Yeah.
Last question of that round. Best game where you do too much.
Busy work. Every game these days is a fucking busy work simulator.
Donaldson, Brum.
Crusader Kings, because like I love those games, but I just get massively overwhelmed by all the shit. That's
Too
going
much
on.
micromanagement. Yeah, Donaldson gets the point for that one. At the end of that round, Connor, what are the scores?
Kels is 3. Alex, Richie, and Owen have 2. Burns and me have 1.
I don't
Tom's
have
on
any
nothing.
points. I thought you gave me a point.
For what?
King of Fighters.
No, we didn't give you
No,
that.
we didn't. No, that's no. You said that, but nobody agreed.
He
with it,
nodded.
Tom.
If you watch this back, he nods as if to
I
give
did.
you a
I,
point.
nod, I do nod a lot, but I can't express that. So, like, I don't know what you want.
I do nod a lot.
Point.
No.
Nah, you're not getting a point. Right, next round. There's a bunch of these. I'm sorry. All right, round 3.
Like all good quizmasters. I'm really sorry about this, everyone. We've got more questions coming up. I just don't worry about
I
it.
know. I'm like,
Stay tuned, but I wouldn't blame you if you didn't.
all right, okay. Best game that foretold the future of America.
Donaldson, Brum.
Cyberpunk, innit?
Nah,
It's the future we haven't seen yet.
nah. Owen,
No,
Belfast.
sorry. No, it's
Ori, Croydon.
I was going to say Fallout, but it's a similar thing, isn't it?
it's a bit obvious, so isn't it?
No one else said anything better, have they?
on the Fallout front as well, though, and you know, this is Jim and I have talked about this before. Like, why haven't they fucking tidied the place up? When did those bombs go off? It's like, oh, right. You know, I know they've got other things on their mind and that, but it's like, you live here, right?
It's like 240 years now, and there's still just
bollocks,
shit everywhere.
Bollocks.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and that's why I can't get on with it.
Yeah, it's a load of crap, isn't it?
It was when I was what's the infamous Threads?
Yeah.
I was watching Threads. Good laugh that. And the way they show things just getting worse and worse, and it's like the couple of people who are left are sort of rummaging around in the dirt forever, and generations down they're just like fucking exactly. That's what the town hall sounds like, because they've all been reduced to that. And you think this was made after Hiroshima had been rebuilt. It's like, why do you think that people will just be like, there'll be 40 people fighting over one twig?
It's because it's Britain. Because British people would just become resigned to living in a wasteland. They wouldn't do anything about it.
I suppose like a week after the bomb goes off, they're like, well, that's the way.
That's God's law.
It's fine.
Rules are rules.
Right, okay. Who won that? Sorry, Connor?
We never answered the last question.
No one said anything.
Nobody won that. All right, okay. Best game with a shower in it.
Owen.
No, fucking hell. Sorry.
Ori. Croydon.
It's Heavy Rain, isn't it?
It's not Heavy Rain. It's not
That's
Heavy
a
Rain.
proper pervert answer.
Kelsey.
as well.
The North.
It's the only one I can remember.
Kelsey. The North.
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not having that. All right.
Donaldson. Brum.
Sonic Adventure, the casino level's got like a shower that you go in.
Come on.
You're talking about the pervert answer.
Ori. Croydon.
Far Cry 2.
That's not got a shower in it.
Hey, it does,
Oh,
but
it
it makes out of a
Belfast.
hose pipe or something.
Street Fighter 2 has that level where it's like the baths.
There's no shower though.
Yeah, but it's the closest thing to a non-pervy answer, isn't it?
A shower is assumed.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's bound to be. It's like behind the camera.
Yeah.
All showers.
Yeah. Should we give it to Owen for Street Fighter 2, Connor?
No, don't give it to me for
Clearly
Street
not.
Fighter 2.
The best game that is really great at proving you have no life.
Donaldson. Brum.
Gal good.
Owen. Belfast.
Well, it is Animal Crossing, isn't it?
Kelsey.
When
The
you
North.
hit 1,000
League of
hours.
Legends.
League of Legends.
Ori. Croydon.
Football Manager.
Burns. Wanker.
Football Manager, I reckon. Give it to Tom. Give Tom his 1 point. Best game that everyone thinks is the best game, but is not really the best game, even though it is.
The fuck are you talking about? Honestly.
Ori. Croydon.
I've really missed you, Steve.
It's Metal Gear Solid 2.
Metal Gear Solid 2. Oh, that's a good answer.
Metal
That's a
Gear
good
Solid
answer.
2 is the obvious answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelsey.
Right.
The North.
I was going to say Skyrim.
Nah. It's give it to
Definitely
Tom.
wrong.
Give it to Tom again. All right, okay. The best game based on a book, but nobody realised because gamers don't read.
Ori. Croydon.
We had this actually already, didn't we? As a whole
Yeah, we
episode.
did, yeah, but
and
it's-
I'm going to pick the same answer: Jurassic Park and Mega CD.
That's pretty good, I gotta say.
Well, it's not that.
Donaldson. Brum.
Stalker.
That's a good answer.
When we did the episode previously, I picked Parasite Eve, but
Yeah.
that's obviously a Japanese book, so I wanted to pick a book that was common in the West.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's the name of that book?
Roadside Picnic.
Yeah, there it is. Fair enough, you fucker. All right.
All right, give it to Alex. Give it to Donaldson. The best game that was trapped on a terrible console.
Oh, okay.
Owen.
No,
Bell
that's not
Kelsey.
right.
The North.
Snapchat.
Kelsey.
Specifically the Wii U port, Wind Waker.
It wasn't trapped on the Wii U, though, was it? Because it's on other
No,
stuff.
we're ignoring that bit. We're just talking about the port.
Yeah, but
The port only.
you can't just say the Wii U port of, because
Also, I'm not having this Wii U as a terrible console. I'm leaving right
well,
now.
you're about to be disappointed.
Donaldson. Brum.
Very first ever piece of games hardware. I mean, I got headsets and stuff, but the very first piece of games hardware I ever got for free, and I was very excited about it at the time, was the N-Gage And
Richie bought one of them.
and just
That
so
was his
Oh
fucking
my.
phone for ages.
Playing fucking
there was
pandemonium.
there was a mate of mine who had an Engage, and it was so shit that he traded it for a bag of weed, and it wasn't even a very big bag of weed. It wasn't. It was a tiny bag of weed. It was worth way more than the phone was worth way more. Anyway, there are a couple of good games on the Engage, and one of them, weirdly, I actually genuinely think is a banger. It's called Pathway to Glory, and it's a turn-based World War II strategy game. It's a bit like Advance Wars, and it's genuinely mint, and it's never been put on anything else.
That's a good answer, but the actual correct answer is Nintendo Land on Wii U.
Nintendo Land is shite.
Nintendo Land rules. It rules.
I tell you, the thing about
Land as well.
Nintendo Land, this is my tangent for this episode, is the E3 that was announced.
Yeah.
I went out and got slaughtered as you did in the place that everyone went the night before that press conference, and I woke up and I was late, so I sort of quickly showered, did my hair, ran down to the press conference, and I got there right as they were announcing Nintendo Land. And if people remember the E3, they had like cardboard cutouts of the lands on stage, and so I walked into the amphitheater while Reggie's on stage surrounded by all these things and a giant screen that said Nintendo Land, and I genuinely thought they'd announced a theme park. Because I'd missed all the context, so I walked in and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, and then at the very end they played the trailer and I was like, oh, that looks terrible.
I would love if one of them was looking out of the crowd and says, well, one guy is loving Nintendo Land. One guy is tearing his shirt off. This is great. We're turning the Wii U around today.
Yeah, it never happened though, did it? Best game with an unusual peripheral. Any Wii U game.
Ori,
Croydon.
Sega Bass Fishing.
Nah, that's not unusual.
But it is. How many games of fishing?
Pretty unusual now.
Donkey Konga.
What's more unusual, a drum or a fishing rod?
Yeah, but it's the format of
Music games are everywhere. Fishing games with rods.
Yeah. All right,
What
give
about
Tom.
what about that shite?
Steel Battalion on the
Namco thing?
Xbox.
Steel Battalion. It's
I
gotta
had
be
that.
Steel
I
Battalion.
had that.
It'll be who said Steel Battalion first?
Me. It was me.
Who said it first?
It was
Me.
Tom.
Was it Tom? All right,
Yes.
give Tom the point. Fine. Give
worth
Tom
a
the
few
point.
quid now,
Connor.
that.
Yeah, I sold it ages ago.
What's the best game that you want to direct the sequel of?
Ori, Croydon.
PGR5.
No. No, I haven't.
Why not? Why?
No, no, because that's just you doing a bit, innit?
Owen, Belfast.
G Darius. I've had a sequel to G Darius in my head for 10 years and it would be beautiful. But it's one of those childish things where you go like, and the music would be the best and all the levels would be the best. But in my head, it's beautiful. You gotta believe me. I'll have the point. Thank
When
you.
I was a kid, me and my cousin drew what we thought was a really impressive design document for Sonic 3, which wasn't out yet. And we were like, we'll send this to Sega and we'll be minted. And obviously, Waynes are fucking stupid, aren't they?
I used to design Dizzy levels in the back of my jar.
It's the most Richie Morgan sentence.
In the back of my jaw.
Back of my jar.
Well, last time he was on, he went off and went about Dizzy. And one of the YouTube comments was just like, look at him getting on the Dizzy. Can't fucking stop him. All right. Next question. Best game that made incredible use of the tech available to it.
That's Silent Hill. Sorry.
You what?
Hold on. There you go.
Richie, Morgan.
It's Silent Hill Shattered Memories.
Oh,
What
On the
time?
Wii.
On the Wii?
that's good.
On what grounds?
Oh, fuck off.
Remind me.
Nobody else has to.
You fucking know, Jim.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you
No,
do again?
I can't mind.
Prove it. Prove it, Richie. Get it on.
It was the torch. It was the phone.
Yeah.
You know, I did all that
all
bad
right,
stuff.
All right, Richie gets the point for that. I do remember that now. That's the end of another round. Connor, what are the overall scores for everyone?
Owen's on 4, which is impressive, yeah. We've got Tom, Richie, Alex, and Kelsey all on 3.
Yeah.
Burns is on 1, I'm on 1.
Burns is on 1. That's
Yeah.
really shit for Burns. That's
Yeah. Smart guy.
You know, we've got commenters who every week are like, get Burns back on. Yeah, get Burns back on. There was one guy.
How many more of these questions are there, Jim?
There was one guy, there's fucking loads. Like,
70
Are you
more.
fucking joking? The answer is always MGS2, okay? It's just always that, so slot that in to whatever bullshit you're cooking up in that list, Jim.
Yeah.
And, we'll take it from there. But, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I thought that was you saying, I'm going. Just assume every answer from now on is MGS2.
I mean, there'll be no qualitative difference.
Save a bit of time, innit? All right, okay. All right, point taken. Let's crack on. Okay, next round. Best game everyone is nostalgic for, despite it being absolute shit. And there is an answer for this one.
I've got it.
Richie Morgan.
Definitely wasn't Richie. Come on.
Sonic Adventure.
No, it's not Sonic Adventure. Ori Croydon.
That's right. It's just Sonic the Hedgehog.
No.
It is.
No, I'm opening it up to the floor. Richie Donaldson. Brum.
I didn't.
Donaldson. Brum.
I don't want to say
Donaldson.
Flying through this fucking bit.
I don't want to say this, but Shenmue?
No.
That was always shit.
None of you got it. It's GoldenEye. Best game.
There's one guy wearing a Sega t-shirt and we're standing around just...
The best game that's clearly fantasy, but someone still got mad about historical accuracy.
Tokyo Jungle.
Donaldson. Brum.
Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Assassin's Creed Shadows, yeah. But we don't know if the game's any good, though, do we? So it's not out yet. Owen, Belfast.
That Avatar game.
I don't think that.
I mean, that's made up. But they're still painting themselves blue and say, that's me.
It's not historical accuracy or anything like that, but to that point, was it The Last of Us Part 2, where people were like, well, how the fuck can they be working out that much? They live in an American football stadium. Like, where's the protein coming from? There are fucking cows on the grass. Like, it just, I think that was when I realised we should have turned the internet off. I mean, it's bad that it was that point, but it's like, if I could go back in time, I'd say, like the end of Terminator 3, where they're like, if you turn this on, you can't turn it off. But that aside.
Last of Us Part 2 is set in the future, so we can't have that. Anyone? All right, okay. Because otherwise the standing answer is...
That's set in the past, surely.
Skyrim is probably the one, actually, because there definitely will be people out there who complain about it not being medieval enough in certain places, despite the fact that it's fantasy. All right, give Owen the point, because he said Skyrim. Best game that's tediously historically accurate. Ori Croydon.
The VR Star Trek game, where you're like the captain.
What are you on about?
Super tedious.
It's once again, Tom, set in the future.
Accurate to the history of Star Trek, isn't it?
I suppose it is, actually. It has got that TOS level, which looks pretty good. But
it is good.
Wanker.
Hello. So on the Star Trek front, so what's the deal, Jim? You're one of those nerds, right? Loves it.
Yeah.
So, like, when's it set?
Which one?
23rd century onwards.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to clear that up. I was going to make some rambling, incoherent bullshit point about time being a flat circle or some crap that they put in all those episodes to get all of their usual philosophical bollocks done. But so it could be in the past, couldn't it, Jim?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's giving me shit for prolonging the quiz. Right. Okay. The answer is Assassin's Creed 3. The best game where you're president. You are the president. Of anywhere. Ori Croydon.
I feel like one of the Saints Rows had this, did it? Saints Row 4?
Saints Row is dog shit, Tom. Donaldson. Brum.
Tropico 3 or 4.
Yeah, that'll do it. Give Alex the points, Connor. Best game that's older than you are. Some people are at a very disadvantage here. Richie Morgan. Sorry. Donaldson. Brum.
There's no video game older than me.
Donaldson. Brum.
Probably Super Mario Brothers 3. by a little bit.
Ugh.
All right.
By a little bit, by a couple of months.
Kelsey, the North.
Richie, are you okay? You're clutching your
Kelsey's
chest.
about to say like a 360 game, so you know.
Well, I was going to say Resident Evil, the original one. That's like one of the first games I remember being exposed to. But
Richie
yeah,
got
most
Mario
games-
3 for his 21st birthday.
What would you like to say, Connor?
Metal Gear Solid 2 came out 3 hours before I was born.
That's pretty good.
Connor can have the point, probably.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, all right. Give Connor the point for that. I was going to give it to Kelsey otherwise, but that's pretty good, Connor. All right, best game that proves video games are art. Donaldson, Brum.
Bioshock Infinite, because of that hilarious Cliffy B tweet where he tweeted something like, "It's so strange that it's so fitting that Roger Ebert died and we got the release of a true video game art in Bioshock."
Pretty good
because he died the week that Infinite came out.
Yeah,
If he had just held on, his final words could have been, "Video games are art."
As he would have seen that sequence where you could choose to be racist or not be racist. That's art.
Burns, wanker.
So the actual answer is the original Super Mario Brothers, because it shows how the medium should and can work with the interaction. And look, they got jumping right. Now everyone's like, "Oh, you can put jumping in games. It's easy." It wasn't easy. It used to be loads of shit. You couldn't even have smooth scrolling for a while on PC, but that's the answer. But I'd also say Streets of Rage, because games these days, they're all about, you're sitting around and, you're sad about stuff. It used to just be, you listen to rad techno and beat the fuck out of everyone in town. And then if you pressed A, the cops would turn up and just kill everyone. And you thought, well, maybe this is what video games should be. But now there's too much sadness.
Connor, can we give Burns 2 points for that? What do you mean no? Fucking give him 2 points for that.
Okay.
I'm making the fucking rules here.
Right.
Richie, Morgan.
Mario Paint.
Oh, fuck off. Right. The best game. What? All right. What's the best game that proves video games are not art? Donaldson, Brum.
Galgun.
Go on. Give Alex the point. Best game that makes you feel sticky. Donaldson, Brum.
Galgun.
We're not having that. We're not having that. Owen, Belfast.
Ring Fit Adventure.
That's
I like that.
probably it. Kelsey, the North.
Scorn.
Oh yeah, Scorn. Yeah. I'm gonna Scorn. Go on then. Give it to Kelsey, Connor. All right. Best game that's better to watch than play. Donaldson, Brum.
It's Street Fighter. It's really stressful to play, but watching it's great.
But it's like watching a really good contact sport, isn't it? Yeah.
Literally any game with a competitive scene. So much more enjoyable to play.
I'll
Enjoyable to watch
give Donaldson
even.
the point for that. And lastly, best game to play over a summer vacation. Kelsey, the North.
Animal Crossing New Horizons.
That's the one, isn't it, Connor? All right, and at the end of that
Kelsey can
round,
remember having a holiday at school when everyone else is like, "What's the summer vacation?" You don't have a clue what that is anymore.
that's like the second one where Kelsey had an advantage of youth. Connor, what is everyone's scores overall?
Alex is on 6, Kelsey's on 5, Owen's on 5, Rich and Tom are on 3, and Burns is on 3. I am on 2.
You're on 2. That's really good, Connor. You're not even a competitor. You always complain that you never get enough points in this game. So, and I think, and I do enjoy how you just called Richie Rich. How often does that happen? Nobody ever does that cool shortening of your name, Richie.
Not more than once, anyway.
All right, okay. Question 40. Oh my God, we're almost at the halfway point.
Every time my buzzer goes when I haven't hit it, I just think of all the Owen fans in the audience sitting up. He's about to say something.
That's why Tom's eyes light up every time.
My number one fan, Tom Ari.
All right. Best game that makes you feel cozy. Donaldson, Brum.
Subjective one, but for me, it's Chrono Trigger, the start of that game, where you're just sort of noodling around the fair, and then you get accused of something, and they try to put you to death. Really good.
Richie, Morgan.
Super Metroid.
Where? We on about?
Who else has played Super Metroid?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it cozy,
Yeah,
but it's
Pretty cozy. That's got that lovely, soft, snazzy music. Kicking about underground.
Americans are going to think you said snazzy music, but with an accent. Burns, wanker.
Brilliant. Yeah, Clock Tower, the SNES one. I always like that. You know, I always feel good when I'm playing Clock Tower. You know, it's like running around a big old house. Someone's going to get killed. Who knows when someone's going to jump out with a massive pair of scissors, which is never really explained. And it just it's like, well, I suppose to that end, the answer is Resident Evil, because I love it so much. The remake's my favourite game of all time, and even though the game is about running around, trying not to get eaten by
You
massive
can't
fucking
just keep
snakes.
saying two
Shut
games
it!
to get two
Shut
fucking
it!
points.
But after a while, you start to know it like you know your own gaff. So it's like,
Resident Evil is pretty cozy. I'm with Burns on this one.
thank you, Richie.
Okay. Kelsey, the North.
Coffee talk.
Oh, that's not cozy. That's got an undercurrent or something going on. That. Plus, you have to.
No, it
plus
doesn't.
Like
there's
Resident
that
Evil with the
foam-
You
zombies
just
is
chat to
allowed.
people and
I'm also really shit at the foam drawing minigame, and so I find it really unsettling.
Metal Gear Solid 3 has an actual fireside scene.
Yeah.
So this is quick fire, Jim. Come on.
Is MGS3 your favourite Metal Gear Solid, Owen?
No.
Okay, it's Burns' favourite. I just thought you guys could bond over that, but apparently not. What are you going to say, Kelsey?
also Firewatch.
Firewatch.
Which again, there's something weird under there, but it is a very cozy game.
It is actually quite a cozy game. I quite like the idea. I live in a top floor flat, and I quite like the idea of living like quite high up, but with nobody below me.
Are you comparing living in a flat?
Yeah.
To what happens in Firewatch?
Firewatch is shite anyway.
I like living up. I like living up some stairs.
Oh,
All right, give the point to Kelsey, Connor. Let's move on. Best game that you've fallen asleep while playing. Ori, Croydon.
Gran Turismo 5.
Gran Turismo 5.
I was on the moon, wherever it is, because they put the moon in that one, I think, didn't they? Really bizarrely. And I just woke up and I was just crashing into things on the moon.
That's good. Owen, Belfast.
Breath of the Wild. There was a beautiful sunny day. I had the window wide open, and I was at Hatino Village, and the music there, and I just laid down, and I never fall asleep during the day. I drifted off, and I woke back up, and the sun was still shining, and that music was playing, and I just thought, that's lovely.
That sounds lovely.
It's such a nice
You
story.
bought into that? No.
I think it's such a nice story. You should get the point for that, Owen.
Thank you.
Best game you've played on the toilet. Kelsey, did you write that question?
I don't know.
Because it was like, I thought it was just me and you writing these, and I didn't write that one.
I think
Ori,
Mark
Croydon.
contributed some.
I haven't
God knows.
buzzed.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, that might be Mark. All right, sorry. Best game that you've played on the toilet. I'll be really impressed if it's a PC exclusive. Burns, wanker.
Laptops exist.
Was it Game Dev Story?
That's a good game. That's a good game.
I mean, and also, yeah, I mean, my best-selling game on that, I think I called it Golf Nazi or something, which seemed to sell pretty well considering. But yeah, that's.
Yeah, I'll give Burns a point. What were you going to say, Richie?
That iPhone port of Sonic 2.
Sonic 2 is fucking crap. Okay, it is, and like I'm tired of this. People saying it's good. The first one is miles better. It's
Good
I was
toilet
gonna-
though.
I was going to say Knuckles Chaotix, because I like the idea of someone having the whole tower. So
They've
Coming
not
out
got
of
enough
Sega
power
Nomad.
points, so they've got the real. All right, okay. Best game with a protagonist that you can't stand. Donaldson, Brum.
Star Ocean 4, the protagonist is called Edge Maverick, if you wonder what the character is. And Star Ocean's basically like, what if Star Trek was a JRPG? But the thing I love about Star Ocean 4 is it's just unintentionally hilarious, because Edge Maverick and his crew, every planet they go to, they just ruin it. They just destroy it. They genocide civilizations by mistake. That's the whole game.
Just sounds like Star Trek, to be fair. All right, Alex gets the point for that one. Best game with the worst plot twist.
Oh,
Kelsey, The North.
12 minutes.
What's the plot twist in that?
Incest.
All right,
Yeah.
when you put it that
At
way.
least it's short.
I can't remember fully, but I swear it was something to do with he found out his wife's his sister, and his dad was involved somehow. I can't remember. It was just
isn't
so...
the policeman the dad?
Yeah, it was so fucked up.
That's horrific.
There's a game called The Disappearance of Rachel Foster or something like that, which also has an ending.
That's such a good answer, I'm annoyed.
Is just like, what the fuck? And I think that also has some sort of mad incest angle. And
It was all the rage after Game of Thrones, wasn't it? It was had incest and everything. All right, Kelsey gets the point for that.
Can I bring up the greatest video game twist of all time?
What?
Bionic Commando.
That was my answer.
I remember having a game dev friend, and he said the term "wife armed" became a term for, like, when they're looking at game design, and be like, "You've wife armed it, mate."
Well, that is the best plot twist, surely. Okay, Kelsey with 12 minutes. Best game where you go to the mall / shopping centre.
Oh, come on.
Hang on. Ori, Croydon.
Dead Rising.
Is it Dead Rising? Is it
Night
Dead
in the
Rising?
Woods.
Not Night in the Woods.
No,
Come
it's
off
Dead
it,
Rising in
not.
it. Tom gets the point. Best ragdoll physics in a game. Donaldson, Brum.
It's still GTA 4. Those physics in GTA 4 were amazing, and then they just downgraded them in 5, and it's such a bummer, and I hope they're back in 6.
Yeah,
gotta be-
I love the cars that handle like boats. I actually think that because especially in multiplayer, because you actually have to be fairly good at it.
Especially because it's America and everyone's driving like gigantic Buicks.
That
and
is how
stuff,
people
and-
drive in New York, to be fair.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Euphoria Engine's got to win it. So Alex gets a point for that. Best game with the most appealing food. Ori, Croydon.
Dragon's Dogma 2.
It's not Dragon's Dogma 2.
Oh.
Kelsey, The North.
Final Fantasy 14.
14.
14. Wait, no. Which was the one with the grapes?
Oh, yeah. That
That
is
is
that one.
13.
That is 14.
Yeah.
Donaldson, Brum.
Well, I was going to say 15.
15 is the answer. I give it to Alex.
Robbed.
Richie wanted to say ZOOL. Let him say ZOOL.
How did you know that was exactly my answer?
I could see sweets in your eyes.
The best game with the least appealing food. Kelsey, The North.
Resident Evil 7.
Oh,
That scene where you're around the table with the family and the food is just
the whole
writhing.
situation is pretty grim. Yeah, Kelsey gets the point for that one. And lastly, for that round, best game to play during winter. Ori, Croydon.
Ring Fit.
No. Kelsey, The
Why not?
North.
Why not?
In the
Jim?
same vein as Tom, Wii Sports Resort.
Why does that win over this, Jim? You're gonna give it to Kelsey.
Because
That's
you can
fair.
pretend that
But
it's
why?
summer.
I didn't say Kelsey.
You run through lovely
Wanker.
fields and valleys in Ring Fit, and then you fight like a massively hench dragon beast.
We are Tom, like Shenmue, isn't it? Come on.
Best game, we said, didn't we?
Firstly, Shenmue rules. Secondly, see above the net, like, yeah, some guy turns up and kills your fucking dad, and then you're like,
And that's the last thing that happens in it.
But you've got a Saturn, and you just cut around town, isn't it?
Yeah, you have got a Sega Saturn would make the sting of that a lot easier to
That's
bear.
why they killed
Richie,
Dad.
Morgan.
Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess.
Just for basic reasons that it's really nice.
I thought you said Toilet Princess then.
Toilet Princess.
I was like, I don't know that
You
game.
are, see that, right.
Is that the new Power Wash Simulator DLC?
I'm going to go with Shenmue for that. Give Burns the point for that one. All right, so at the end of that round, what are the scores, Connor?
Alex is on 9. Kelsey's on 8.
Wow.
Owen is on 6. Burns is on 5. Tom is on 4. Richard Morgan is on 3. And I am on 2.
That is actually Richie's best performance ever at this game. So, in this show. So there we go. All right, we've got 50 more questions to go.
We should take a little break, Jim, to say that if you like this podcast, you can pay to get extra bits of the podcast every week.
They don't need extra bits of this one, do
and
they?
if you're watching this, it feels like you've already won and you've got extra. But
just paywall the next 50 questions.
I was going to say, why don't we just...
That's pretty too much. They can't get
that much extra
content.
If you want to know who wins the quiz.
But you go to the website, vg247.com, click on support us on the top right. If you're on a mobile, you click the buttons and it expands, and then you click it. £3 a month.
Yeah.
It's a good time to do it.
£3
How many dollars, Tom?
Yeah.
It's probably $3. I haven't looked.
And if you're not a premium subscriber, I'm afraid this is the point where we're going to love you and leave you this week. Do check out part 2 next Tuesday, where we'll be doing topics 50 to 100. And of course, you'll be finding out the winner. Thank you so much for listening. Whether you're a premium subscriber or not, we really appreciate it. And if you want to become a premium subscriber, as Tom says, go to vg247.com, click on the support us page. All the details are there. You get an extended version of this podcast every week and other benefits. And if you are a subscriber, stay tuned for an extra quiz that Tom has put on just for you.